And now, for our keynote presentation, how to make life hell for any teacher. Welcome that most persuasive of motivational speakers, the devil herself.
Congratulations, demons and demonesses, on receiving your first assignments. Each of you will be taking very special care of a particular school teacher. But I see on some faces disappointment. You had hoped to receive a Hollywood star who you could help truly corrupt the youth of America. So you are bitterly dismayed to be stuck with merely a school teacher. Am I right? Of course I am right. Always right. Devils, you underestimate the influence that even one teacher can have, not just on this year's students, but on decades, even generations of impressionable pupils. To destroy a teacher is to strike a crippling blow against the enemy's elite force. Dismay not. You are each charged with an admirable challenge. Take yours, for example. She is a brand new teacher, full of disgusting qualities that you are ready to quash. Energy, enthusiasm. She feels called to share the joys of great literature with her pupils. Her call to the profession of education is most unfortunately authentic. But you have at your disposal dozens of delightful methods for causing her to doubt, and if you do your job, deny it altogether. This new teacher plans to run her classroom based on love. Gag me with a pitchfork. You will see to it that she confuses permissiveness for love. The complete breakdown of classroom control before lunch on the second day of school will result in a shame-filled meltdown before the last bell of the day rings. She will believe, with amazingly little prompting from you, that she is a failure. But beware. Many young devils make a key error at a vulnerable moment like this. Eager to achieve instant victory, they move too fast, whispering, "You were never meant to be a teacher. You don't have what it takes." Of course, such messages often produce immediate despair, and she could quit. But how much better for our cause if she decides to hang in there and spends the next few decades slowly sinking deeper into mediocrity. So the three magic words that you will croon to her as she pathetically depletes an entire box of Kleenex are these: just work harder. And then, in the weeks that follow, see to it that she experiences the following little, but oh so isolating incidents. First of all, a lengthy email from an outraged parent. Make sure she reads it just before leaving for school in the morning. She'll be doing the defensive dance all day long. Second, a firm reminder from an administrator that her grades are overdue. When she sees the piles of ungraded papers and thinks of all the lessons she has yet to plan, she'll be so overwhelmed she will cancel all plans with family and friends. Third, an especially loud complaint from her favorite pupil about how boring her classes are. Convince her to plan some fun lessons so the boys and girls will like her better. And finally, a strategically timed computer crash that wipes out all her lesson plans and her entire grade book, and then remind her that all the other teachers at school remember to back up their data every single day. You will be thrilled overwhelming sense of isolation. Best of all, because of the very nature of teaching. She is with dozens of students every day after all. She will never suspect that she is becoming lonely. Use this to your advantage. As she recreates her grades and starts her lesson plans over from scratch, allow her to reflect on who she is becoming. An isolated figure behind a computer screen, dodging parent negativity, entering endless rows of numbers, and trying to come up with edutaining plans for ungrateful children. Impress upon her just how pathetic she has become. But resist the urge to hammer her with major life events right now. Keep the little incidents coming, and she will never suspect your orchestration of her ever-increasing loneliness. In the back, red shirt. Yes, there is a teachers in-service meeting next week. Ah, I see your concern, very perceptive of you. But trust me, you have nothing, absolutely nothing to fear. Of course, when your new teacher got the notice of the meeting, her heart leapt. Might she find a friend? Maybe a mentor? Ah, such delicious destruction. The smallest hope buds and blooms, and then we crush it. She innocently assumed that collaboration with her colleagues will occur at this meeting. Ah, the glorious chasm between human expectations and the reality that we construct for them. We will start that meeting with an interminable string of announcements, instructions, and reminders. And then the expert will come forward with an expert presentation consisting of hundreds of bulleted PowerPoint slides. This expert will lecture a room packed with teachers in the most educationally unsound method possible by reading aloud on every slide. Watch those teachers squirm in immobile misery and make it last 2 full hours. When your new teacher realizes she will be allowed no opportunity to interact with her peers, she will label professional development a waste of time. This is an opportune moment to nurture the seedlings of cynicism. You wasted how much time on that? And especially contempt. You could do 10 times better than that guy, and you know nothing at all about his topic. Devils. Contempt is one of your most formidable weapons. For most adults, consider it evidence of superior intelligence. Only we understand that contempt is a protective repellent against new information. The more your teachers coat themselves with contempt, the more their own love of learning will die, resulting most ironically in ignorance. And who could be more useful for our purposes than teachers who can no longer be taught? The most amusing become cynics at staff meetings, where all they can do is criticize others' ideas. Ah, it'll never work. Ah, tried it before, been there, done that. T-shirt was ugly. Because they bring nothing new to the table. But speaking of criticism, your most vital task is the creation and maintenance of an adversarial us versus them mentality between your teachers and the students' parents. Now, you might assume that since both groups are genuinely concerned for the welfare of children, that this would be a most daunting endeavor. However, it proves sublimely simple. For most adults are unaware that their devotion to children is matched and exceeded by their own ego drive to be right. Always right. This produces grossly stereotyped gripe sessions in teachers' lounges, and about parents, and about teachers over the family dining table. Practice after me these words and lay on the contempt. Parents.
Parents.
Excellent. Teachers.
Teachers.
Superb. This artificial and irrational dichotomy between parents and teachers puts the children right where we want them, smack in the middle. They are pawns without choice or influence. Yes, devils, your new assignments are teachers, but your true targets are their students. Because when adults play tug of war with children, you don't have to be in the talented and gifted class to figure out who always loses and who ultimately wins.